welcome back to Radical Ruby. Today is a part 2 of what we started. So today we're going to talk about the relationship and the marriage, just the first early days of the marriage, because we are still starting the routines, you understand? So, starting from the relationship, I said the relationship was a bit weird because first he wasn't even around. Like, I was still in Nigeria, he was already in Canada, so we had to always do video call and all those kind of stuff. And we only saw each other twice before the whole wedding, the whole court wedding and all those stuff. That's what I'm saying. So there was a lot of challenges regards to our dating. So what do you have to say?
Hello. First of all, yeah, we started our relationship as a long distance relationship, which I was never really keen on. I didn't think they worked, so I was a bit hesitant. But if there was anyone I was willing to try it was going to be her. So we definitely started off, like said in the previous video. First month was a bit rough, still figuring out each other, learning those things that we thought we knew were not actually the real version, maybe the full versions of ourselves. So we got to know each other a lot more because we talked every single day. The greatest thing of our relationship has always been communication. We always talk to each other about everything, and that's kind of how we were able to build something so real so fast. Because I'd say the long distance usually is a disadvantage, but for us I think it was an advantage. Like, starting out that way, we were able to actually build a genuine friendship first, learning those things, had like an adjustment period, learning about each other. That helped us really grow a really, really genuine friendship, which we still enjoy till today. And I know it's going to continue because that's like the fundamental thing in our relationship. Like, we are friends first and foremost. We are really, really friends. We actually have a lot of fun together, just hanging out. Like, even if there was no romantic component and we were just friends, like, it would have still been a really enjoyable friendship.
Yeah, so just to add to what he said, me being in Nigeria and him being in Canada, and we were always on the phone. You know how much data that will cost. So can we talk about, that is where I would say, like, a very big kudos to him. He ensured that I didn't lack data. Like, he made sure that we communicate. So he had to do every. So we always spoke on the phone, and him saying building something genuine. Not having someone around you always on the phone doing video stuff, it helped. You're focusing just on the really serious stuff. We actually know where we're heading to, sincerely speaking. Before we even committed to the relationship, we knew that we both wanted something really, really serious. Like, it wasn't just let's have fun, let's see how it goes. It was that this is going to work or it's not going to work, that kind of thing. So until I relocated in September, but still in a different country. But the difference is now I have free Wi-Fi. So the spending has
still not free. We just have it unlimited.
Unlimited. Okay, let me say it that way. But it's like you would compare the expense. So it's that one was way easier. Until October, when I got an invitation from him because he wanted to take me to his people, to show me to his brother.
Yeah, I had to call her dad too.
Tell them.
That was awkward.
He had to call my fathers to take permission.
For her to come visit for 8 days or 10 days?
For family tour, because I wanted to show me to his people, I wanted to show him to my own sisters, and all that. So I had to take that trip. So being in a relationship is one's phase. You've been in previous relationships. At what point would you say, "Oh, I'm in love with this woman"?
Okay. We're going there.
Two questions. At what point did you say you're in love with this woman, with me? And at what point did you say, this is my wife? I'm off the market.
It's a tough. I can't really pinpoint it, but I know it was like after we had a big fight, and I realized that I really wasn't okay not speaking to her. I think that was a major turning point for me. It was really hard to let go of the idea of actually us being together. Like, oh, we could just break up. Like, I couldn't deal with that fact. I'd say that was a realization that I was in love. When I knew that this was it, I was done like with the dating game. I was done with trying to, like, I found what I was looking for. I was good. Like, knowing at that moment that, okay, I'm going to marry this person. Like, I'm definitely going to do it. Was my birthday of 2018. 2019, when she was here visiting after we'd gone to see my brother and her sister, and we had just gone to my birthday dinner and came back, was in the car. Like, I just knew, like, in that moment, like, I felt so, I was dreading her leaving. Like, I wanted
because I was going to go back the next
day. So I was just, and there was this urge in my mind, just propose, just do it already, just ask her. So there was this push coming from, just do it. But knowing who she is and the kind of thing she likes, I decided, okay, let's let cooler heads prevail. Let's not get overly emotional and act on impulse. But the impulse was definitely there. The drive to do it was there, and it didn't go away after it only got stronger. Like, I knew I wanted to do it, and like that same. Okay, she left on the 31st of October. By November, I'd gotten a ring already to propose with. And I tried to coax her to come back in December, but she refused.
So at that point of your birthday that you wanted to propose, you had no ring.
I had no ring. I had nothing. I just wanted to let her know that
I hearing this thing. Okay, that's but how many months? How many months have we dated by then? That was like June, July, August, September. 4 months.
Yeah.
We're just 4 months into the relationship, and he wanted to pop the question without any ring. You know? Thank God you heard yourself. I'm just joking. So actually,
question for you.
Would you
have said yes if I had done that? What would you have said on that day?
I wouldn't lie to you. The emotions the day before it was really crazy. No, none of us, I mean, it was also like a turning point for me. I mean, we didn't want to separate because that was the first time. I mean, when I came in October that he had to introduce me to his family, that was the first time we were meeting as lovers. Yeah. Yes. Ever since before he left Nigeria and all that, we were just friends. So we already know how to hang out as friends. But meeting for the first time as people that were
Tell them what you did at the airport.
When I got to the airport that day, because I had already come down from the plane and I was chilling. I was waiting for him to come and pick me up. I saw him walking down from afar, you know? I panicked. Because, like I said, I'm already used to seeing him, you know, as a friend. That was the first time in our four months of relationship that I was seeing him, like, live. So I was like, hey, what will I do? Am I meant to hug? What am I meant to do? It was awkward. It was weird. So, as soon as I just saw him, I just, you know, when your brain just happened in 1 second, I just turned back. Did as if I was processing something, carried my phone, you know, so that he would think I did not see him. So he was still walking down, thinking that this girl has not seen me. I said, thank God, at least whatever will happen, he'll be the one that will initiate it. It will come from me. So when he saw me, he was, oh, Ruby. I said, as if I mean
a pretender that she is.
It just acted like I just saw him. So that was how weird it was. So we did that 7 8 days that I was around. I had to go visit his brother and all those arrangements. That was when we actually like learned a lot. Like I mean, understood ourselves as lovers, no longer as friends. As it was way different, and we just found out that was when we found out that we're not going back. In fact, every other man, every other woman, that's gone because it was just perfect. I don't allow me to use that word. I usually don't use that word, but for someone that's been in other relationship, same with him, we just knew it was perfect for us. Like we were perfect. And we know we fight or we do whatever, but we want to fight with ourselves. You understand that it was just the turning point for like everything compatibility wise. You know, look where we looking pictures and all this kind of stuff. It was just everything that I've always wanted. And like I said in the last video, I couldn't have known all this if I didn't decide to give it a chance. If I decided to obey God, like, and just try, I would have known all this. I would have imagined this, like, duh. But I'm glad I did because you can tell. You can tell. So he bought a ring on the 5th month. Wow, woo.
Yeah.
Behind my back.
So yeah,
Okay, well, it has to be behind my back.
Yeah, because of course I knew the kind of person she was, that she would want it to be a surprise. But at the same time, just from your hair everywhere on my face, right? At the same time, like, because we communicate so much, like there was never going to be fully surprising her. Because we plan everything together, we plan our lives together at that point already. We already knew where we were going to. We were already talking about our future, our relationships, what that means, what that would mean for both of us. So there was never going to be a full surprise because she would see it coming. And after she left, it was pretty clear that the next time I saw her, I was likely going to propose. The next set of time, because it's not like we can just take 100 naira bus to the location I go and see
Two
her.
different
Like,
countries.
it was a challenge, or it still is a challenge to actually like be together, just by virtue of our locations and being still sort of long distance, even though we spent quite a few months together now. But after getting the ring, that was in November. By December, I was trying to coax her to come over so I could do the proposal thing. That didn't really work, so we're looking at February that I was going to go to the US. So I actually started doing my visa applications in that December. It actually took a lot of planning to do everything. I settled for actually doing the proposal first, and that was when I hooked up with these events.
Cheesy, my sister.
I talked
Joyful.
to a lot of our friends. I reached out because I wanted to I had a few different ideas about the proposal, because I knew one thing that was really important for her was to have her friends kind of be present. And knowing that she was now in the US and she wasn't in Nigeria anymore. If it was Nigeria, it would have been pretty easy. Just, find some outdoor or location, invite a friends,
and
then just do it there. That would have been the best way. So with that not being able to happen, I decided to go with Zoom before it blew Corona.
I know.
I had the whole Zoom idea. We planned it out because I told her, I guaranteed her that no matter what, even though she might be expecting a proposal, she would still be surprised.
And I was.
And I guaranteed her that she didn't understand that.
I had no idea. And my friends, see Shanky, all those those girls. Cause I was gisting with them. I was gisting as far. My boyfriend is going to come and visit her and see my parents and all that. And they'll be like, Rupi, is serious? Please send us pictures, send us videos. I didn't know that they are the ones that will even send me. They already know what my ring looks like and all that. Because all the way from Nigeria, those girls.
She has wonderful friends.
And my sisters.
They are fantastic. They helped. They recorded videos because I had a few ideas. Like I said, I put a video together which I edited on my way to the airport. I was waiting for the plane. On the plane, I was even doing some edits I just had a bunch of stuff I had in mind, and it really came together when I landed. And then on the Friday, unbeknownst to her, she walked into the hotel room.
And I was like, and he lied. Okay, well, you could shoot. Well, I was shouting. He lied. He kept on lying, but that his brother did this. We're going to go and tell the brother. What did you do? And I got there and I was like, what? And I saw those friends on it. It was just weird, It was
it
really,
took
really weird.
minutes to recognize what was going on.
Girls, you guys, we've been talking, and you people are asking me, are you guys at the corporates? So it was beautiful. It was very thoughtful of him because, like I said, he knows what I like. He knows what I like a lot, and he did it to the best of his ability. Though my cake was in Nigeria, they ate it from me. That's by the way. So that was it for the proposal. And how many days later we
Introduction was
his next day, and then like 4 days later we had our court wedding. So it was just back to back. He came on a Thursday, the next day was proposal, the next day was introduction, a few days later court wedding, and people were like, oh, what's happening? Huh?
Just like that.
Just like that. And that was it. Like, people that just said dating, how many months later? We just got introduced and everything. Phew. We're legally married. That was it. When we finished the court wedding, after the court wedding, we're like, you don't marry her. I think like anything that happens right now is still going to be called a divorce. Even if we are not done our church wedding by then.
We're planning to try at that point.
We're planning to try at that point, but
Coronavirus affected
it, so we had to.
I think it was like a week before you were supposed to travel.
Yeah, it was crazy. We had to, the flight changed everything. And after our court wedding, he left 2 days later back to Canada. And we never saw ourselves again because of COVID, the border issues, till August. From February till August, 5 months apart. We went back to another way of video call every time. Some days it was frustrating. It was really frustrating. When you know your life is now tied to someone, it just slowed down the whole process. Because left for us, we just went to do court wedding, traditional wedding, like just get all the weddings off and just move on with our lives. That's why I said our relationship was really short. So but as God will have it, we were really glad. See, as God will have it. Like I said, that court wedding was not planned, but it just happened, and we had our court wedding. And without that court wedding, we wouldn't have been able to be at the same place in August to have our church wedding.
We planned the church wedding in a month. We started planning in July.
I
got married.
You see, everything about us, it's unplanned, But we just go with the flow.
It was basically perfect.
It was just little perfect, and because of COVID, you can't. There's a limit to the people you invite, and you see, that's why I keep saying that in all these things, God has just been with us, been there for us, help us. He like moved ahead of us and just made every crooked path straight, because our situation, every single day we make a decision to commit because of the different country-ish, the sacrifices, up until the marriage. Now, we got married in August. By September 1st week, I was back to the US. So that was it. Those are the kind of, so every time we are together, we try to make the best out of it. And it's since August, and this is February. It's been like 6 months of our marriage, and for most part of the 6 months we've been together, and how has it been? It's not me that we're talking.
It's been interesting. It's been wonderful. It's been happy. It's been a learning experience. It's definitely different from a relationship, but at this, a relationship without marriage is still a growth in a relationship. And just the kind of thing we talk about now, the comfort level, having to live in close proximity to someone, I think, is always an adjustment. So
Yeah,
having
it
that
is.
for a really prolonged amount of time, we've adjusted behaviors, we've learned each other much better. So we're definitely at that phase of
Still learning
learning each other
and just bonding and believing in God for every step of the way, like every decision we have to make, because every decision is
carries more weight, like so
carries
much more
more.
impact on both our lives
Yes,
now. Like
so
my
much.
choosing to do anything, basically I have to think, okay, how does this affect Ruby before I
Yeah.
even take a step?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of how our lives, and it just happens naturally. Now. We don't
Naturally.
even think about it so much anymore.
Yeah.
So-
So it's like I said, we don't give marriage tips because we are still
We are
in that
figuring
early
it out.
stage. But it's been good. Like it's God. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the way we see things or the way we do things or the way we take things. But we've always understood that God is everything in our lives. God is everything in our journey, and without God, we are nothing. So, God has been everything for us, and we are practically learning every single day, and it's good. So at least for me, it's the fact that you have someone that is willing. You know, that willingness is everything. Nobody's perfect, but their willingness to want to be better, it's just everything anyone can like imagine. So that's it. I mean, yeah, some days you have it rough, we're like coconut head. And some days you have it smooth, you have it good, you have it great, sweet. So it's just God all the way. I can't stop stressing on God. If anybody who knows me personally knows that, like, if you say I should buy biro, I can say, God, this is the biro you want me to buy. So that's how serious I take God. So, and He has never, and He will never fail us. Is there any other thing you want to say?
No, just agree with you. It's been wonderful, like being in this with you, and I look forward to everything ahead. Challenges, the new experiences, the adventures, the growth, everything about
Growth.
it. I look forward to having all that with you going forward.
Did I join me guys allow me to be doing all this? Yeah, it's good though. It's good. Share a home with your good with now your best friend. You understand? Just life is in stages. Yeah. So as usual, I end with a brief prayer, but just that today's own we said the prayer. It's not me.
In the name of the Father and of the Son and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Father, we thank you for your great gifts. Thank you for the opportunity to be on this platform. We thank you for allowing us to be together. We thank you for giving us this opportunity to share our story with the people watching. Father Lord, we pray that as you've granted us this great gift, that you may grant them the same and their heart desires that are in accordance with your will. In Jesus' name I pray. In the
Amen.
name of the Father,
And of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
See you next time. Bye
Bye. I would see you next time. Just her.
bye.